Hi everyone, welcome back to this channel. So I'm basically a complete noob in Rust. I basically almost know nothing, and I thought it would be entertaining for you to watch me learn it. First, I'll give my experience learning Rust. So I was making a chess engine in C++, and I found this website that gave some tutorials about it, and he was writing it in Rust. So I thought, oh, let me see what it's like to learn to write a chess engine in Rust. And I started writing a chess engine in Rust as my first project. Which, if anyone has actually learned Rust, that's not a good idea. I don't think I've seen more red lines in my life. So I basically tried it for like a few days and then gave up because it's like, what the hell is this? And the amount of things that are new, like for example, like you have to learn about traits, you have to learn about the borrow checker, you have to learn about a lot of new things. And generally, you can't just jump in and start writing stuff. So basically, I know nothing in Rust. I know what the borrow checker is, but I've never really used it, and it's very different to know what it is compared to actually using and writing code with it. And except for that, I don't even remember anything. I don't remember how you even make an if statement or a for loop, but... So I just created a list of projects just to use. I mean, the ones at the bottom are kind of a joke, mostly, because I heard a linked list is actually impossible to make. And of course, I'm not going to make a chess engine. That will take me years. First, let's start with hello world. So function main, like this. Put the curly braces on the same line to annoy myself, and then print line hello world. See if that runs. Not a function. Okay, I gotta use an exclamation point to invoke the macro. So use a macro to print. That's kind of weird. I don't know anything about macros. I'm just going to do what it tells me, and then that worked. Okay, and then we can run the file. Okay, we got the hello world program running. Right, create an array, increment each element by 1, then print it. Okay. Right, so first of all, I need to understand how the hell I make an array in Rust. Arrays and slices. I don't need a slice. What the hell is this wall of text? God, that's some weird syntax. I'm just going to copy this, like the good programmer that I am. Alright, fn main, do this. Alright, so what I remember, from what I remember, let is for constants, let and mute is for non-constants. So I'm just going to call this number array. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's actually what I wanted. So I32 is the same as zig, I believe. So I want to increment the way I want. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a function increment. And I'm probably going to have some borrow checker issues by doing this. Don't I need to say the type? I actually don't remember if I'm supposed to say the type. Do you have to say the type? 1 minute. That's quite a useful website. Functions. Right, okay, this is like Python. Alright, so I'm gonna do... How do I specify an array? Oh god, this is terrible. How do I specify that an array is gonna be... Because I understand you can do I32, but how do I do I32 array? Because I'm gonna increment... I'm gonna basically pass it to the function, change it, then pass it back. I mean, in theory, I could just make it mutable and pass it by reference. This is a pretty hard project to start with when you don't understand how anything works. How do I return array from a function? Leave me alone. Type F64 vector. I don't want a vector. Why do you think I want a vector? I want an array with the length. Const. What the hell does that mean? Const len usize. What is this, Haskell? Am I learning Haskell now? This is a functional programming language. I've got my answer, so I need to put this in this. And just go 5. Then obviously it won't be... obviously it will have to be 5 each time. I don't care. Alright, so how do I put this into the function? How do I put an array into a function is my question. Rust, put array into function. Why do I need a YouTube video? Apparently you need a YouTube video to find anything. I don't want a YouTube video. Please leave me alone. I'm getting this error. Of course you are, because it's Rust. Right. At array at mutable. So it's got to be mute. Does it have to be mutable? I guess it has to be mutable. So you go at mute. So it's a reference. Okay, I'm just going to copy this because I don't care. So array at mutable I32. And then I'm going to go increment. And I'm going to go at number array. I think that you got to go at mute. Okay, at mute. And then printing an array. Do I use a for loop for that? I don't know actually know how you use strings. All right, so let's go. So I need a for loop. How do you make a for loop? Loop expressions. Please give me some code. I don't. You can write a book if you want. Give me some code. While. Why use a while? Why am I using a while? Is a for loop? Does a for loop exist? For n. That's what all I want. Thank you. Right. For n in. I'm gonna make this I. I don't like using n. Some. Leave me alone. So we go array r by I. I don't know if this is going to be a U size. It might give me an error. 0 to 5, please. And then we're just going to go plus equals 1. And as it's... We're not actually going to return anything, I think. We don't need to... If it's a reference, we don't need to do that. And then I need to print the array. So to print the array, I'm probably just going to do this. And how do I print line? Just what go like this. Print line like this with a macro. I don't know how you concatenate. So I'm not going to bother concatenate. I'm just going to put this in. So number array by I. And then we're going to get some errors. Are you ready for some errors? I'm ready for some errors. Who's ready for some errors? Rust C array.rs. Errors, thank you. Format argument must be a string literal. So how do I concatenate into a string? You do this. Okay. Well, okay. The good thing about Rust is it actually tells me how to write it. That's always very useful. So you do this in quotation marks, and then maybe a comma. Cannot borrow as mutable. Oh, here we go. Here's some fun, right? Cannot borrow number array as mutable as it is not declared as mutable. Right. Okay. Sorry. Right. Let mute. It worked. Okay. Okay. I think I'm actually understanding this stuff. What was it called? Increment array exe. It worked. Okay. There we go. Okay. That's the second one done. Ask the user for their age in years and show it in months. That's fun. Right. Is there anything for user input? Okay. So Rust get user input. How to get user input. Mute STR. What the hell? Use. String new. What am I looking at here? It's almost as bad as Zig. Okay. Use str. String s. I'm using s. Okay, new string. Enter some text. std.flush question mark. std in readline mute s. Expect did not enter correct string. I have no idea what this... What's s pop? Pop? Is there a simpler way to do this? Please leave me alone. Okay. What's OKN? What the hell is this? Okay, let's mute input. Okay, this looks simple. Simpler. I should probably create the folder before I actually start looking for how to write the code. Probably tell what name. It's called showAge. ShowAge.rs. Right, then copy and paste, as all good programmers do. Okay, right. Match IO std in read. My God, I'm so confused here. Okay, so we create a... I'm just going to comment this. Create a string. Right. Match. I don't know what match is doing at all. This is probably not going to explain what match is doing. So I'm just going to ignore it and just pretend I know I understood what the hell was going on. And then do I use it afterwards? Print line n, bytes n. What's n? Okay, n. Can you give things good names, please? What's n? Input. Bytes read n. Right, okay. STD, so it's like read a line and do stuff? Question mark? So obviously there's some kind of error when you read line. There could be an error. So error, print the error. All right, I'm just gonna run this and see what happens. Fail to resolve create IO. Okay, std IO at the top. Use std IO. Okay, that works. Can I run it? I don't know if there's a run command. Show age.exe. 3 bytes read, 1. Okay. Can't I just like, in theory, can I just do this and then just use the input? Because apparently I'm putting it into input, right? As a reference, a muted reference. So how do we pass? That's a great question. Rust pass integer from a string. Always Stack Overflow is your best friend. You can either specify, okay, wait, you can directly convert it into using string.parse with a, okay, we got generics. Okay, wait, my string is that string.parse. Okay, I'm just going to copy and paste like any good developer does. Let my int, I'm just going to get this age in years. I don't know what the, okay, my string is input, either to do unwrap, and then we're going to multiply that. I don't know if we're going to get any errors. I don't understand if that can give errors. I'm just going to ignore it. Let age in months. Do I specify, can I specify the type? I32 like this? Because I don't like it when I don't specify the type. It's annoying me. It's an I32, so you go age in years multiplied by 12, and then print line with this equals that. All right, let's get some errors, shall we? You ready to get some errors? Because I'm definitely ready to get some errors. Let's get some errors. Thank you. That's a lot of errors. Okay, we need an okay. Okay, you need the okay block for some reason. Can I just, like, I don't want to print anything. Like, why do I need an okay block? But, like, all I want to do is just, like, if there's an error, do stuff, then leave it if there isn't. I don't want to do, just leave me alone. I just want... help a tuple variant with name exists, consider cancellation okay. I have no idea what that means. Do you mean I got to make it an okay? Okay. Help. If this is it's intentional because I don't want to use n. Okay, we got a warning. I don't care though. Because I don't. Why do I need the OK block if I don't want to use it? I just want, if there's an error, do this. If not, then continue. That's all I want to do. Anyway, so let's run this. Let's run this. Let's go like this. Show age. exe. What is your age? Let's say 25. Main packet of the thread, pass int. Unwrap. Called result on an error value. Invalid digit. How is there an invalid digit here? Do I have to put it in the OK block? That'll be annoying if I do. I'll put it in the OK block, which is kind of annoying to read, but anyway, I'll put it in the OK block, see if that does anything. It probably won't. I know I didn't use n, I don't care. Still getting an error. Why is there an invalid digit? Where? I put in 25. I didn't... Do I have to remove, like, new line characters or something? New line from string. How to show off new lines in character? Okay, has a trim method that returns a trim slice. I don't like inferring the variable because it obscures me from understanding how the language works. What's a slice? How do I write the syntax? So I should use std string. Okay, first let's use std string at the top. And then I'm going to completely forget where I was. Okay, let's go let trimmed input equals something 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 input.trim. Trim what? You don't specify what you put into it? That's basically what I did anyway. And then I'm going to put trimmed input. And again, this is a slice, so it should be a string, right? Stop being lazy. Like, write what the type is. I want to know what the type is. Input, trimmed input. So a slice is a string? Question mark? I have no idea. Why am I running? Okay, wait. Show age trimmed input. Input.trim, no. Yes, trim input.trim. What? So it's a string. So what type is it then? How do I know what type it is? This is why I hate inferred types. I want to understand how the language works. I don't want to guess. Print type. std any type. Print type of. Okay, give me this. Give me that. Give me this. You got to use at. Okay. That's all I need to know. So what the f is this? It's not going to run, so I'm going to have to comment everything out. Because it's Rust, it's not going to work. String. Stir. At stir. Stir? Wait, it's not a stir. Are you abbreviating again? What the hell's a stir? Is it a string? Okay, so actually, wait, that is actually a type. There's a type in Rust called an at stir. What the hell's a stir versus string? Understanding when to use stir and when to use a string. I have one to a string type is a container for a stir that is stored on the heap. Stir is simply a reference that will most likely commonly at stir is a reference, yes, but stir is not. Stir is the actual text itself. No kind of pointer involved. So I'm going to pretend I understood that, and I'm just going to see if this works. Yes, okay, I don't care about the warnings. Show age exe. What is your age? 25? 300, is that correct? I think so. Yes, okay. Second project, after about 10 million years of work, is now working. I've learned what a stir is, somehow. Do you have to do this every time you use input? You got to use this OK block? Because that's kind of annoying to do. I guess it's safer, but it's still annoying. Alright, so that's done. Password generator, that's actually pretty easy to do. I've just got to generate random numbers. Maybe that's hard. I don't know if you return a stir or you return a string. I don't know the difference. I don't care. So I'm probably going to return a string. So I need to generate some random numbers. How do I generate a random number within a range? Rand RNG. Rand RNG. Okay. Why are we using the let mute RNG? Task RNG. Okay. Maybe here. We'll start at 48 and go to 122. Is this old code or something? Did they change Rust since then? Apparently I've got to do this. Question mark, question mark, question mark. And then I've got to... Okay. Rand thread RNG. I don't know why you need to use a thread RNG. I'm not using it threaded. I'm just going to see if this works. It's probably not going to work because I'm using Rust. It's not going to work. Found Rand. It can't find the crate. Do I have to like download this or what? Like to get a random number? Rust offers an effective way using through rand crate. Do I have to download this? Apparently I have to download this. How do I download this? Okay, run the following cargo command in your project directory. Cargo add rand. Cargo, I can't write anything. Cargo add rand. Could not find cargo.toml. Do I literally have to make a project for this to work? God, I just want to generate random numbers. This is so difficult. Cargo in it. Sorry, I'm stupid. Creating binary package. Invalid character. Really? You can't have a space in the directory? Cargo init. Creating application. Okay, we have a cargo.toml, and then we do whatever I was trying to do before. This. Right, we added rand. Okay, now. So they've obviously changed it since then. That worked. Okay. Target. For God's sake. Debug. Just give me the exe and run the exe. Dot password generator. The problem is the exe will disappear if I run it because I don't have anything at the end. 52. And then run it again. 51. And run it again. Okay, we got random numbers working relatively. And now I need to convert that random number into a string lit into like a character. To chars. And make a string. The correct password you can convert from 48 to thread ran. Collect. What the f does that mean? Okay, let password. Because I don't want to use this map function. I don't know what that means. And I don't want to look at this standard template library to try to understand what the hell this means. Can I just set them manually? Can I just do this? I know the answer already, but... Let's go password by I equals like that. And then just return. And then just delete too much. Return password. And then we get a load of errors. And then let password. Alright. So I'm pretty sure we can't do this. I'm going to make this 10. We'll see if we can. Okay, I've got a record amount of new lines here. Warning, I don't care. Must be assigned. Around assigned value. Unnecessary parentheses around... Okay, the trait slice index str is not implemented for integer, which is required by str index. Note, you can use chars.nth or bytes.nth. For information, see chapter in the book. Are you giving me reading material? Okay, help, the trait slice index is implemented for usize. For that, expected found stir required for stir to implement. Dude, honestly, they should sell this in like bookshops. Honestly, the trait bound char from U32 is not satisfied. I still have no idea what a trait is. You may as well write that in Chinese. The trait from is not implemented for char. How do I do it this way? Immutable. Oh, fun. They're immutable. That's fun. Use a string, replace the string with a string so that it can be modified. Initialize a string. String with capacity. Just tell me what to write, please. String with capacity. Password.push. Without ChatGPT, I wouldn't be able to do this at all. For the underscore is used because the loop index is not needed. Ah, we're not using it. Could not compile password generator due to from previous error. Char from is not satisfied. From U8. So I should make it a U8. And then you'll work. Does make sense because a U8 should be a character. Oh, it ran. No, I don't believe you. World record. It ran. World record. I got a Rust application to compile. Okay. Oh. Okay, I think that's enough for this video. I got to here. I learned that Rust is confusing. And I probably understood less than I did. Alright, I think that's enough torture for today. I'm probably not the best programmer in the world, but Rust is pretty hard and pretty complicated. This is generally how I learn languages. I like to make things and then look up how to do stuff. I don't like to read books and try to... Because I prefer to learn by doing rather than this way. It doesn't mean I come across lots of stuff I don't understand. Anyway, let me know what you think. I'll see you guys next time.